on the world. We're gonna take on the world. Standing tall, we gotta make it our own. No waiting around. Winners would never look down. No one can stop us, we got it. The future is right in our hands. Give it 100%. We're gonna take on the world. Yeah, we gotta move. Speaking the truth. Yeah, paying our dues. We making the news. Yeah, we hitting the roof. No, we don't wanna lose. Climbing and shaking the walls. We gotta break all the rules. We're gonna take on the world. 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 We're gonna take on the world.
Oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother. Good morning, good morning, good morning, campers. Good morning, campers. We're here for another fun day in the summer camp of the world's largest casino. We're talking about the old market, the old stock market, the old options market, the old crypto market. Dare I say it, the old, I guess, just degeneracy market. Is that where we want to let it all rip today? Folks, it's a beautiful Wednesday. It feels like recently I was going through my trading journal. Wednesdays are money-making days. They really, really are. So I'm hoping today is the exact same. I'm hoping today is a day that we could just crush it, run that P&L higher and higher and higher. So I hope that sounds good to all of you campers, because that's what we're going to be doing. Don't forget to grab not only your Piper mug, but also just get yourself a cup of coffee. Hot, cold, weirdly lukewarm, whatever you want it to be. Get yourself a cup of coffee, rip it, get yourself another one, rip that one, and then kind of slowly sip on your third. That's how I do it. That's pretty much how I do it. So anyway, folks, I'm excited. I'm very, very excited because we have a lot to chit chat about. I want to talk about what to expect for the market today, as in events, because we have some stuff coming. Well, we already have stuff that came out. We have more stuff coming out at 9:45, more stuff coming out at 10 a.m. And already things are looking pretty bullish. So right now the market's reacting pretty well. It looks like we have some form of a potential breakout. Potentially things get really froggy. They get really jumpy today. We might be testing the all-time high of the stock market. That wouldn't be my full bet, but we're definitely within spitting distance. So I'm excited about that. Crypto's looking really good. Right now, Bitcoin's trading just below 71,000. I'm feeling pretty smart, or I should say fortunate, because really when it comes to the market, I think it's just going to be my luck, because obviously we all know I don't have any smarts or skills. But anyway, I swung some coin calls. COIN, obviously highly correlated with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin keeps ripping this month, I'm going to feel good about this coin position, because I do have some time to let it cook. So I'm looking for coin to rippity skippity doodah. Obviously, everyone in the Discord knows that I've been just continually selling SPY put premium, and that's really starting to pay. Well, I'm praying that it pays, but it is starting to pay. So I guess my prayers are being heard. Trying to think of anything else that is of importance. I'm going to give you a big update on Roaring Kitty and what's happening there, because what's happening between E-Trade, at least according to the Wall Street Journal, what's happening with these Massachusetts regulators who are allegedly coming after him, hunting him down. Wow. It's insane. It's truly, truly insane. So we have a lot to chit chat about, but I do want to, I guess, before we hop into it, just say thank you to all you guys. I appreciate you guys waking up at the crack of dawn here at the old Stonk Market Camp. And I hope we have a fun-filled day. I really do. I appreciate you guys getting up. I appreciate you guys smashing that like button. And I appreciate you guys bringing good vibes to the table. That's all I ask about you. You guys bring the good vibes. I'll bring everything else. I'll bring the snacks. I'll bring the like kettle cooked barbecue chips. Maybe a little bit later, we could do, I think we should kind of do like a big vote to know what our favorite chips are. I mean, I'm biased obviously to the kettle cooked barbecue chips. And I know this has like literally nothing at all to do with the market, but I really, really would be curious to know where we all land on that. So feel free to start casting your vote on your favorite chip. But we'll start collecting the numbers a little bit later. With all that being said, we should probably get into the show. We should probably let it rip. And like I said, the SPY, the SPY, the ETF tracking the S&P 500, not that far away from an all-time high. The all-time high, 533.07. We're currently trading at 530.60. So we have about 2.5 buckaroos to go. That's doable, folks. That's doable in a day. Right now, the SPY is looking, if at current values, we're looking to open up about 0.4%. So yes, that does mean that there's an opportunity for a downside gap fill. If you're just trying to play that out of the gate, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit it. But also don't forget that sometimes you open up and you get really close to that gap fill, such as Friday the 3rd to May the 6th, and it just doesn't happen. Now, if I had to bet today, do I think that this does happen? It's more likely than not. It's not a guarantee, but the odds do suggest at some point today that we trade all the way down to yesterday's high of 529.15. Similar situation, the Qs. The Qs are a little bit higher, and when you start to open up even higher, the odds do drop. But anyway, the Qs are set to open up by 0.7%. That's a pretty decent gap up, and that means we have a downside gap fill to 455.58, which is yesterday's high. Similar to the SPY, the Qs, we're within spitting distance. This one's about $3 away from the all-time high of 460.58. So I just wanted to put that on everyone's radar. And for those of you who want to know, well, what might be influencing this? Should we keep popping and ripping? Are we going to get the downside gap fill? What do I do? I'm scared. Matt, hold me. I get it. I hear it. I hear what you guys are saying. So I want to get there. I want everyone to know what to expect for the day. Stock futures rise ahead of private payrolls report. So I'm going to get into that, but first on the bigger picture, because payrolls are going to be commentary on the economy commentary on inflation. Obviously we know that's what the Fed and everyone's trying to battle right now. That is the bane of a lot of people's financial existence. And I mean, I saw this morning and instantly, my blood pressure doubled. I don't know why. Usually we get about 30 to 45 to an hour into the stream before someone says something so dumb that it causes my blood pressure to boil over. This time it happened and I wasn't even streaming it. And I know you guys are probably like, perturbed a little bit. It feels like I shortchanged it. The fact that something happened and it made me irate and you guys didn't even get to see it. But to better put into context this headline, bond traders pile into fresh bets on faster pace of Fed cuts. You know when we've heard that? Literally this entire year. Starting in December of 23, we were monitoring the market and everyone's like, guess what? We're going to not get one. We're not going to get two. We're not going to get three. We're going to get 6 rate cuts this year. We beat inflation. Let's celebrate. Get your poppers. Get some champagne. Let the confetti go because we beat inflation and everyone's betting on it. And then guess what? They were wrong. They were 100% wrong. Folks, we are in June. The chance of getting a Fed rate cut in the upcoming FOMC meeting, which is on June 12th, pretty much slim to none. There's like a 3% chance or something like that. And maybe in July, most people, the odds are actually like starting to pick up in September. But my point being is the market was horrifically wrong. People throwing the money on the table 100% misread the situation. And it feels like they didn't learn their lesson. because when I woke up this morning and I'm going through all the news, thinking about how to pitch the show to all of you guys today, once again, the market is doing the dumb thing. Bond traders pile into fresh bets on faster pace of rate. Did they not learn at all? Dovish options targeted while short covering seen in future Fed swaps shift full rate cut to November from December. So I guess it's not as extreme as we saw in December of 23, where they're like, we're going to have 6. Like, they're literally just going up from December to November. They're going up 1 month. So it's like not the craziest thing, but how many times does the market have to be wrong? How many times do these big guys have to be wrong before like they learn a little bit of their lesson? Now, will they be right or wrong on this? I don't know. Only time will tell. It's so much easier to Monday morning quarterback on this, but it feels like they're playing a very, very dangerous game. Now, obviously, to add a little bit of context, this is what I was just referring to. There's a 99.9. So before, when I said, oh, there's like it's slim to none is like a 3% shot. No. Actually, there's a 0.1% shot that there's no Fed rate change on the June 12th meeting. So not this week, but next week, it's going to be big. Powell's going to be talking. We're going to get the number, blah, 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 blah. I just find it interesting that the chance of like the little oddball chance, it's actually not for a rate cut. It's actually for a rate increase. So no one at all is pricing in a rate cut this time around, which is interesting. If you go to July, 81% chance we stay at the current Fed fund rate. And then there's about an 18% chance of a cut in July. And then if you go to September, this is where the odds really start to change. So there's a 1/3 chance that we stay at 5.25. But at that point, they're actually looking at a 2/3 shot of either 1 or 2 rate cuts. And once again, that is by the September meeting. So before, when I was saying, oh, like maybe something happens by September, it's just because that's when the current odds are actually like starting to transfer. And then if you look at November, there's only a 1 in 5 shot that we're still at the current rate. So this is what the article was referring to. Now, obviously, this is all for the U.S. and our, I guess, opinion on inflation, our opinion on monetary policy. I guess Europe is doing something a little bit crazy. And we were talking about this a bit earlier this week and a bit later last week. But the ECB, that's the Europe's version of our Fed, the ECB, the European Central Bank, set to cut rates for the first time since 2019. So apparently, even though they were a bit slower to the game, so the U.S. was one of the fastest to react, and that might blow your mind because you're like, oh, wow, it seemed really, really slow for us to react. But apparently, even in the world of monetary policy, we were still relatively a quicker one. So the ECB, and it has a lot to do with what was going on with Russia and Ukraine and their energy and blah, blah, blah. There was other things that they had to consider. But regardless, even though they had very similar aspects of inflation, like it kind of mirrored ours. Obviously, the economies are very intertwined. It'd be strange for it to have like a massive difference. But anyway, their inflation very similar to ours. But with that being said, they still started it later. They started their quantitative tightening. They started basically just the restrictive policy, their hawkish policy, a little later than ours. And yet they're actually taking their foot off the glass before we do. So kind of interesting, but we're expecting to hear about this relatively soon. So right here, today, Wednesday, June the 5th, we're going to be hearing from the ECB tomorrow morning before the market opens. So the ECB, the European Central Bank interest rate decision, we're going to find out at 8:15 tomorrow morning. And then their equivalent to Powell, the person who's running the ECB, or I guess like their chairwoman, she'll be speaking at 8:45. But anyway, that's all going down tomorrow. I guess at this point, I should let you know that Friday, June 7th, it's the first Friday of a new month. So we're going to get the unemployment report. I also want to remind everyone, I'm not going to be streaming Friday. I have some business to take care of in Texas. So I am flying to Texas tomorrow, but I will be back on Monday. Obviously, everyone in the Discord and stuff, I'm still going to have full access. So I'll call out Piper and everything. But in terms of you guys and streaming, no stream Friday morning. Just want to let everyone know. That's why I want to put this on your radar right now, that there is stuff happening Friday morning. But when business calls. So anyway, back to today. ADP non-farm employment change. It was 152. The expectation was 173. Now, once again, this is seemingly bad. Big red number. And yet, as you can see, the market is going up and up and up. It's actually looking really strong. And that's just because we're still in that upside down world of bad economic news is potentially suggestive that we're getting a better handle on inflation, and thus the market reacts in a positive manner. This isn't always true. Sometimes, even though we're in the inverse right now, sometimes good economic news is actually good, but it depends on what's happening with monetary policy. And the current phase of monetary policy is suggestive that bad economic news is actually good for the stock market and vice versa. Not always true. It's just the current phase that we're in. Anyway, at 9:45, we're going to get S&P Global Services PMI, and then we're going to get some ISM numbers at 10 a.m. And then crude oil inventories coming out at 10:30 today. I just wanted to put this on your radar because oil's going nuts. And by going nuts, I mean down. Like a lot of action, a lot of trading. And this is very directly linked and very directly related to what in the world is going on with Biden and what is going on with him trying to lower prices for gasoline for this summer, for the summer travel. And what he's doing is we have this thing called the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, the SPR. The SPR is basically our national reserves of crude oil. And right now, he's just gouging it. There's been public commentary over the past couple of years that whenever it goes below 70, they're going to start to refill it. But over the past couple of years, whenever it's gone below 70, the Biden administration has not refilled it. Will it happen this time around? I have no idea. But the reason crude oil is dropping in price is because Biden is currently flooding the market with it, ideally to bring gasoline prices down. We've seen this before. He did it for the midterm elections just to try to, I guess, get people off his ass for Bidenomics and people not happy with it. But anyway, right now, crude price under it's just a supply demand thing. Obviously, when the demand is roughly the same, but you're flooding it with supply, the equilibrium drops and the equilibrium is price. So anyway, it's been dropping pretty heavily, 80 all the way down to 73. If you traded one contract on this on the futures market for oil, you would be up about $6,500 per contract right now in the past couple of days. That's per contract. Absolutely wild, but we're going to see what's going on. I wouldn't be surprised if this continues to drop and drop and drop. But anyway, something that could have an impact on it in the short term is the crude oil inventories coming out at 10:30 today for any of you who are, I guess, energy oil traders. So that's all on your radar. As you can tell, the main thing right now is what's happening with the state of the economy as it relates to monetary policy and thus inflation. Those are the big reports today, the health, the state of everything, and also it's going to be the tune for next week as well. Now, why is it more important than normal? Well, we're getting to the point where before, when things were restrictive by the monetary policy, I guess, in like the current phase of it, a lot of people had a cushion built up from the 2020, 2021 era. People were getting stimulus checks. People were spending less money. There was a big cushion in the average person's disposable income. Unfortunately, that has slowly but surely been dwindling. And not only is it dwindling as in people are dipping into their savings, we're also getting into a weird situation where, as you guys all know, inflation's still really bad. So the speed at which people are dipping into their savings is actually picking up rapidly. Not a good situation. Not where we want to be. And it's getting to the point I've alluded before that we are now having like credit card delinquencies jumping up to 9%. We're having auto loan delinquencies. We're having more business bankruptcies. We're having foreclosures. All of these metrics of the economy is under a bit of pain, and we're seeing some of the foundation crack. It's very real. It's very real, and it's becoming even more apparent and in our face in the first quarter of 2024. And it's on that note that this is unfortunately very, very sad. This is concerning. 2/3, 65% of middle-class Americans are struggling financially. Regardless of income level, almost 60% of polled people claim they are going through financial hardship. Even more concerning is that they do not anticipate their financial condition will change for the rest of their lives. That's horrible, man. Not for the rest of their lives. Meanwhile, 1/3 of people surveyed face extreme stress about their debt. 33% of respondents are concerned about saving for the future, and 32% are concerned about paying for unexpected expenses. American consumers are struggling. So we're in this weird point, and the word is stagflation, but we're having a weakening economy, but inflation is not coming down. In fact, some of the readings are actually going up. So when you have inflation up and the economy down, you get stagflation. That's the worst of both worlds. Things are going up and yet people are feeling pressure. And clearly people are feeling pressure. No matter how you slice it up, if you're looking at credit cards, if you're looking at businesses, if you're looking at these polls, the economy is not good. So I hope for you individually watching this, you're like, oh, that's super sad, but it's not impacting you. But in all reality, it is impacting most people. And the craziest thing that I don't understand about any of this is time and time again, the current administration is telling us how great the economy is, how robust the economy is, how great Bidenomics is working for you, how great it is working for me. And it's apparently just a lie because none of the actual data suggests it. The only thing suggesting it is the spokesperson for the administration just telling us how crazy good everything is, and yet everything else is like suggestive of the opposite. Sources of extreme financial stress in the US, almost a third of poll respondents face extreme stress about their debt. 1/3 saving for the future or paying for an emergency or unexpected expense. These are not the numbers. And unfortunately, they're growing and growing and growing. And it's actually on this note that this is a perfect time to talk about today's stream sponsor, PDS debt. So yes, even though the economy is a little bit shaky right now, I figure services like this, just in case you happen to be a person who is dealing with this debt, PDS might be able to help. PDS debt, you can get a free quote from them. It's only going to take 30 seconds of your time. If you're currently dealing with the burden of personal loans, credit cards, medical bills, collections, they can create a customized low monthly payment for you that potentially could save you a ton of money in terms of fees and interest, but then also time. So PDS debt, they can create these customized solutions. Once again, 30 seconds of your time, you could get a free quote. If you want to do some research on them, feel free to do it, but you're going to very quickly find out that they have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, and they're also a top-rated company on Google. So feel free to check them out, do your research, but like I said, free quote, 30 seconds of your time, and I guess the official read right here that I just want to let you guys know all about. PDS Debt cares about helping you get out of debt. Check out all the reviews and see how many mentions PDS Debt employees by their name. It's incredible. Get a free analysis right now at pdsdebt.com/course. It is pinned to the top of chat. It's in the description of the video. It only takes 30 seconds. That is pdsdebt.com/course, pdsdebt.com/course. Once again, pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video. And like I said, it is free. It only takes 30 seconds. If you are a person who's potentially in one of these categories of like battling serious debt, and a lot of people are, clearly all the metrics are showing it, this is a company that might be able to help you out. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. Speaking of other things you should know about, don't forget newsletter. In the newsletter, I'm going to give you all the major macroeconomic events to pay attention to. The major things that we still have today, one at 9:45, that is the PMI for S&P Global, and then two at 10 a.m. We get the PMI and then also prices for ISM. Once again, 9:45, 10 a.m. I'm expecting a little bit of volatility, a little bit of craziness. The ECB interest rate decision, people are now expecting a cut. That will be a shift. The last time they did something like that was 2019. So we might be seeing a true monetary policy switch up from our friends across the pond. And then Friday, the unemployment report. Earnings season is basically over. There are a couple that maybe some of you care about. Lululemon, ChargePoint, Victoria's Secret, Five Below, all coming out after the market closes today. And then tomorrow, some EV plays such as NIO. Then there's also DocuSign. But like I said, even though we're still technically in earnings season, it very much does feel like it's over. Now, in terms of the seasonality for today. And once again, to clarify, you can get this for 100% free every single weekend to your email inbox. You're never going to have to pay for it. I give you all this information, like I said, 100% free. And my whole concept, my whole thought with it was, let's just have like one, I guess, place where you have a concise breakdown of everything to look for in the upcoming week. So I give you kind of a qualitative write-up, and then I give you all of the major macroeconomic events, all of the earnings, and then I highlight the ones you're going to care about. And arguably the most useful is actually what in the world is going on in terms of seasonality. So yesterday, even though it was kind of rocky in the day, how did you know you could be confident in your bullish position? Well, right here. I gave you the seasonality. Tuesday, June 4th, the Bulls had won that day 80% of the time over the past 25 years. 4 out of 5 years, they won. The Bulls won. Very bullish. It was one of the most bullish days you can ever find in terms of an individual day. So when you were sitting there and you're like, oh, that's kind of crappy. And I get that it's not a guarantee. But When we were looking at this dip around 11:30 or 12, if you needed to have any form of confidence that like, oh, maybe the Bulls are going to win, I mean, just the history told us that. History doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes in the market. And I was up in your face, up in your grill about yesterday, and look exactly how it played off. I mean, just at noon o'clock, we just started a rippity skippity doodah, and we did not look back. And that brings me to today, where today's a bit more neutral. It's slightly leaning bearish, but here's a look at the hypothetical equity curve you would have if you bought at open and sold at close on this individual trading day. A little bit bullish, then a little bit bearish, and a little bit bullish, and a little bit bearish. So the Bulls have only won this day 44% of the time, so it's pretty much flipping a coin. So with respect to today, I would say it's slightly bearish, a little bit more neutral, but in terms of seasonality, I guess the best way to put it is I'm just not taking it into consideration for my own trades today. And then for the remainder of the week, tomorrow is leaning bullish, and then Friday itself is also a bullish day. And then taking a step back, larger picture, June is a choppy month. We generically start off bullish, then it goes bearish, then it goes bullish, then there's a big bearish sell-off right to the end of the month, and then pretty much to the final week of June till the final week of July, it is just a bullish party. So June, a choppy month, but by the time we get to the end, till the entire end of July, you better be bullish, because that's what seasonality is telling us actually ends up paying. So I just wanted to remind everyone about that. And now with the bigger talk, the bigger economic market talk out of the way, let's get into some individual equities now that we have 7 minutes left. How Roaring Kitty's wealth went from 53,000 to nearly 300 million and could one day top $1 billion. No one knows where his money came from. Like the Avatar, when the world needed him most, he disappeared in 2021. He, in 2019, had created a $50,000 bet that was bullish on GameStop. That $50,000 bet turned into about 35 million. And that's the last update we got from him circa 2021, about in that realm. How did his bet then how did his account get up to $300 million? In 2021 to now the start of 2024, 3 years later, he somehow 10x'd his money. And is that possible? Of course it's possible. I mean, we see things like Nvidia just ripping. Like if he just sat in that, he probably would have made a lot of money. I mean, heck, you could get 5% from just letting it sit with the Fed, just straight up. But it does bring up the question of where's this money coming from? Is it all his? Did he trade that well? Is he one of the best traders that mankind's ever seen? Is he being like backed by some other large entity? Those are fair questions, and I don't know if we're ever going to be getting the answer. I don't know if it was his own trading. I don't know if he's being backed and he's partnered up with someone. I don't know if it's a combo of the two, and I don't know if we ever will. But what I do know is something clearly suspect is going on. E-Trade is debating whether to ban meme stock star Keith Gill from its platform, according to the Wall Street Journal. Now, can they do this? The answer is yes. E-Trade is a private company, and in America, you can choose to serve business to whoever you want. That is allowed. What is a little bit odd here is I'm pretty sure these highly regulated companies, such as E-Trade, a U.S. brokerage, I'm pretty sure consumers have some form of privacy. I'm very, very surprised that they can just publicly say, hey, yeah, he's actually trading with us. I don't know. I'm no lawyer. I don't know if this is above or below board, but the fact that you can just straight up say, yes, this person's trading with me, I'm pretty sure we have consumer privacy laws, especially when it comes to the world of highly regulated companies, which is a brokerage. So the fact that they can just publicly say, yeah, the guy's with us, I think some lawyers would have some issues with that. I very much think some lawyers would have some issues with it. But that was the news as of Monday. Yesterday, it got even more crazy. Massachusetts securities regulator looking into Roaring Kitty's activities. Dude, what? What do you mean looking into his activities? All the dude does is post memes, jokes, and then his own position. He's not telling anyone to buy. He's not telling anyone to sell. He's not even doing an analysis on the company anymore. He's sharing his own position. In America, we have freedom of speech. It falls under that. He's not telling anyone to do squat. He's just showing it off. The fact that regulators are looking into it when you have people like Jim Cramer screaming, buy, 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 sell, sell, sell. The fact that you have people like Bill Ackman going on the news crying about how the economy is going to collapse, even though he has like a ton of put positions betting against the economy. The fact that our politicians in general can be on a board or on a chair or on a committee directly related to a company and then actively trade that stock. What? And then they're choosing to look into him. And I tweeted this out yesterday, but I think it's important to, I guess, drive this point home. The position isn't the issue. The position and I guess the discussion of the position and him showing off the position, that's not problematic. It's not illegal. And in my case, I don't believe it's immoral, but it's definitely not illegal. The true issue here of why this is even becoming a thing is because of who has the position. It's not the position, it's who has the position. And this random guy from Massachusetts who is not connected politically, isn't in the world of cronyism of the swamp itself. It's the fact that a guy on the outside of the bubble is the one with the position that it's now becoming an issue. If people wanted to take the time to debate the morality of this, that's fine. But as I've said many, many times before, there is a long, long laundry list of people who we should look into first and their trades, and it would literally be every single politician. Every single politician should be looked into before this guy is looked into. It's just, where's our priorities? And that's the point, is it's not priorities. This is very much cronyism at its highest level. It's insane. One thing related to this that I find odd, does anyone else find it odd that Roaring Kitty, Deep Effing Value, didn't post his position yesterday? We got the update on June 2nd. We got the update on June 3rd. Bro, there's no June 4th. I don't know if he's going to do one today, June 5th. I find it a little bit suspect. I don't know why. I don't know if regulators are already talking to him. I don't know if lawyers are involved. I don't know if he already sold and he just doesn't want to say it. Maybe he really is going to be the avatar and just going to disappear. But I just wanted to, I guess, put that on everyone's radar that he updated us on the 2nd and the 3rd, but not on the 4th. I don't know if it was a personal decision. I don't know if it was legal advice. Obviously, I don't know, but I just find it weird. I think something's up. There's some fuckery afoot, if you ask me. Speaking of GME, just so you know, the short interest as of yesterday's close, 19.7%. Cost to borrow very low at 3.6%, and utilization relatively low as well at 70%. So yes, are there shorts that could be theoretically squeezed? Without a doubt. But is this at all comparable to what we saw in 2021? No, at that point, the short interest was like 120%. Even though I'm not playing GME myself, I am happy to report that your boy did make some money yesterday. I made just over $1,000 on about a 30K account. So that's a solid like 3% return in a single day. And Piper didn't fire. Piper's not going to fire every day. Yesterday was too choppy for Piper to fire. But I ended up just taking that scalp trade that you guys saw on stream where I was like, oh, I'm just going to play this upside gap fill. It ended up filling way late in the afternoon. I thought this would be an early trade. It wasn't. But at 2 p.m. I ended up locking in, and so I sold at 250, bought it back at 145. I had 10 of them, so I made just over $1,000. What in the world, folks? The market just opened and things are going crazy already. Things are going crazy already. What's happening? GME about $26, Bitcoin above 71K. So the SPY and the Qs both taking a hit out of the gate. I don't think it's going to last for long. Yes, there are those downside gap fill plays. I do want to remind everyone of that. The SPY has a downside gap fill play at 529.15, and the Qs have a downside gap fill play at 455.58. And it looks like we might be going out of the gate to hit those. Hang on. What happened? How did this already fuck up? What account did I trade? What account is this? Why did everyone make money except for one? What happened on this random ass rogue account? This random ass rogue account. 259.
Or target filled. Order filled.
So did I just lose this account? Is this account just dead? I think I lost one of my accounts. I don't know why when everything else worked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11 worked, and then something went funky with one of these. What happened? I don't follow. I don't get it. Someone's going to have to explain this one to me of what in the world happened. Profit target? Because it looks like it hit its profit target. I guess. maybe, I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it. I can review the orders later, but it's telling me profit target was hit. And then somehow I'm seeing a red number. So it's something I'm going to have to dive into. But these other ones hit, 11 of them hit. Something weird happened with one of these. And that sounds like a problem for future, Matt. But overall, let's see how things are going. Yes, I do have the options. So let's get this up so we can monitor not only what's happening in the S&P 500, but I also want to know what is happening with, we'll look at GameStop as well. It'll be and I don't know if he will, if Roaring Kitty starts to dump those 120,000 call options, it'll be pretty evident. There's going to be a lot of real-time metrics that, you yourself, you could just monitor what's happening with the open interest on that exact strike. It's the $20 strike for, I believe, June 21st. But anyway, we have GME right here. Obviously, we're only 2 minutes into the day, so I'm just getting it up for now, but I don't think there's anything we could really glean from this information at the exact moment. All right. Do we think, are we going for this downside gap fill really right out of the gate? The 5-minute bullish, 10-minute bullish, 30-minute bullish, daily bullish. That's all for the S&P 500. And then for the NASDAQ, 5-minute bullish, 10-minute bullish, 30-minute bullish, daily also bullish. So across the board, looking at price action, 5, 10, 30, and daily on both the SPY and on the Qs, both S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, the bulls are winning. Obviously, out of the gate, there's a little bit of, maybe profit taking or just beating the price down so people could get in at a cheaper price. I don't know what it is, but I'm still favoring the bull side today, without a doubt. Here's Bitcoin trading at 71. I would love for coin to rip. I do have a coin swing position. I'm in some longer dated coin calls. I would love for coin to get up and test 250, where I think it might be running into some problems. And then I want to see if it just absolutely rips from there. So as of now, GME's down by 1%, DJT's down by 0.3, NVIDIA's up by 1%, Tesla's down by 0.6, Coin's up by 0.9, Meta's up by 2%, Netflix slightly down, Rum slightly down, Microsoft slightly up. Is Microsoft breaking out? Microsoft is having a beautiful recovery. There might be an active play on Microsoft. Let me write that down just so I can review it later, but I might do a swing play on old Microsoft here. MSFT, got some alerts going off on that. I like that it cleared 517. Apple, pretty strong. Wait, did Apple hit? Oh, Apple's testing its January high. It almost broke out there. So something worthwhile to watch on Apple. Amazon not doing much. AMC looks like dog shit. I don't think anyone's surprised about that. Gold's going flat. Obviously, IBIT is going up because it is just going to be Bitcoin, but IBIT potentially taking out its personal high of 42 soon. Solana maybe putting in a higher low, maybe retesting this trend line if you're a Solana trader. ETH popped up, holding it, looks beautiful. TLT breaking out, bonds are breaking out, which is suggestive of yield vomiting. And then Texas Roadhouse recently hitting an all-time high and holding pretty close to that. And then we also have Boeing coming back. Boeing, after vomiting, making a pretty decent recovery. Just some random things I have on my watch list for the day. What are we doing? Are we still vomiting? We don't know. I do want to remind everyone, especially, GME catching a pretty decent bid. I do want to remind everyone, we have reports coming out in 10 minutes at 9:45, and then we have more reports coming out at 10 a.m. 9:45, 10 a.m. Just want everyone to know about that. And it looks like the Qs are getting smacked. GWAV reverse split run up 22%. Reverse splits are generally very bad for a company. Splits are typically good for a company. Reverse splits not good. Happy birthday to me, JTH Woods. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Everyone join me. JTH celebrating here today with us. Some fun in the sun. Exciting stuff. Congratulations. I hope you have a fun day planned. I hope you have a fun weekend planned. I hope it is sunny and cheerful wherever you happen to be. GME is moving up. Are GME's options moving up? They are. What's going on with the options? So puts are being closed out slightly and a couple calls are being purchased. Nothing too crazy, but we are seeing the options market getting a little bit more bullish on an intraday basis on GME. GME going up. Coin's going down. That's not good for me. GME up, coin down, SPY at 530. Like I said, this might just be shooting for this downside gap fill at 529.15. And then you have the Qs potentially shooting for their downside gap fill at 457.40. I would normally play this, but if I'm being honest with all of you, I am a bit hesitant about the 9:45 report and about the 10 a.m. report. So I might be waiting to do any of my options trades till after that, just so I don't get caught up in some BS whipsaw. I don't know, just a little nervous, a little bit of a nervous Nelly about it. I would love for coin to recover. I want coin to just rip. All right, let me get things set up. We are a couple minutes out. I think the party's really going to start past 10 a.m. So that's what I'm kind of mentally getting ready for, spiritually getting ready for, metaphysically getting ready for, all that good stuff. But here, okay, we pinned all that. So what I just pinned to the top of chat is Apex. Apex is the funding service that I use for all of these trades. Folks, I have 20 accounts that funded at 50K each. I don't have that money. I don't have $1 million. So if you're a person who is interested in trading, but maybe trading someone else's money, obviously lowering your risk, I choose to do all of that through Apex. And right now they're still running their 90% off deal. They just keep extending it. So right now it is dirt cheap. You can get a 50K account for $16, $17. It is dirt cheap. So if you use the code Goonie, once again, pinned to the top of chat in the description, instead of it being $167, it'll be $16.70. I like the 50K account. Obviously, they have other accounts as well. The 250K account, they're running a specialty offer on that, where that one is actually only $16.70 as well. So the 50K account and the 250K account are the very, very popular ones right now, extraordinarily popular ones right now. So just wanted to let everyone know about that. So with this is not my own money. I'm very much trading someone else's money, and I like it just because it's a risk reward thing. Like, I'd rather risk someone else's money than my own money. GME is still going. Coins going up. To clarify, it is for futures trading. If you have questions about futures trading, I do have a couple of videos up there, but we also discuss it quite commonly in the Discord. So if you have questions, more than happy to answer. And actually, while we're waiting for this 9:45 report, are there questions on Apex or futures or anything like that? Anything on anyone's mind? We have a couple minutes to burn. So feel free. What's crude looking like? A lot of sideways travel. No, crude, it's not been sideways. It's been dying. That's not really sideways, mi amigo. That is pretty much down. And there is a crude oil inventory report at 10:30 this morning. Oh, JTH gifted 5 memberships. That's so kind of you. Congratulations, John, Magic, Jeff, Christian, Pablo Escobar. Definitely make sure to say thanks to Ms. Woods there. That's so kind. That's so nice. Look at that. Did you resolve your Apex order issues? Well, it wasn't Apex. It was my code. It was my Ninja code. So Apex doesn't control the data. That's either Rhythmic or Tradeovate, and then the trading platform is Ninja. Apex is just the funding service. They have nothing to do with the trades or the brokerage or anything like that. So it was more of just like my shit code that I think I somewhat resolved, but we're going to find out past 10 a.m. today. All right. Let's see how this goes. SPY slowly but surely dying, bleeding. And like I said, I mean, everyone thinks I'm the crazy person talking about these gap fills. And to be fair, I am a crazy person, but the gap fills, I've done a lot of extensive testing. These are high odds plays. They're not guarantees. There's no such thing as a guarantee in the market, but these gap fills to the downside, to the upside, they are very much high odds. GME's going, coin swinging background. Like I said, I'm deep into some coin calls right now for later this month. So I would love an explosion to the upside. I've done a couple things. You saw some of these traded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have 8 more to trade. So I've been doing a little bit here. I don't know what happened on this one. I'm gonna have to review that later. I don't know how one of them completely missed and the other one's all destroyed, but I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm definitely gonna have to figure that out. What in the world happened there? Probably something dumb. Probably an ID 10T error, an idiot error with me being the idiot. GME is up 6%. 6%. Where would be an interesting technical level? Well, it's pushing yesterday's high at $28. So we're just above yesterday's high. The next level of interest, probably closer to the mid 30s. If we went to like the 30-minute chart here. Interesting. Yeah, the mid 30s, the lower to mid 30s would be interesting. 32. So 32 is a key technical level, followed by like maybe, okay, so the low 30s and the high 30s are going to be the next interesting points of potential inflection. So we're at 28 right now. The next watch I would have is 32. And after that, around the realm of 38. Something in there is what I'd be looking at. But to clarify, I have no position on GME. I'm not long. I am not short. I have no position. I'm covering it in terms of news. I'm covering it to try to get out some like honest, truthful information because a lot of people are just completely lying about it, completely making up bullshit. And I figure why not use the platform to get some like honest, like factual information out there. All right. 9:43. So we are about to get the S&P right here. S&P Global Services PMI coming out in a minute and a half. So I'm curious what is going to be happening. What's everyone's vote? You think we're going to rip this, or you think we're just going to get absolutely murked? Are we going to rip this, or are we about to get murked? The SPY's trying to recover. The Qs are looking a bit weaker. All right, 60 seconds out. What's everyone's vote? All right, we could get out of this for now. SPY's trending up a little bit. GME's trending up. We're at 28. It's above yesterday's high. Like I said, I think the next level of interest is the low 30s, roughly 32. And then past that, the high 30s, around 38, would be like the next level that I'd be curious if it could break. Pronounce PIBCAC, problem in between keyboard and chair. Yeah, those are one of the issues that I commonly have. Okay, okey-dokes. What's going on with the Qs? What's going on with the SPY? Where are we at? 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Do we have any strong feelings? Here's the old 15-second chart. Let's see what happens. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Showtime.
Order submitted.
We going up? We going down? Which way are we going? We going up? We going down? Which one's it going to be?
Target filled.
Something's trading. What account is this? This is we have various accounts trading right now, and I'm scared to ask which ones. 267. 267 went bullish. 253 also went bullish. Is 250 trading? 250 is not trading. 250 already traded? Interesting. Oh, wait. I don't think that one's allowed to trade until past 10. I think I made a rule that it can only trade past 10. So the only live ones are actually right here. 267. Let's go back to this. Let's see what's happening here. So went bullish on the news, which, how do I feel about that? How does it make me? Oh, I like coin. I like what I see in coin. Here's my swing play. Remember, I do my options via public. Here's the play that I'm in on coin. So June 21st, 260 strike. I'm in at $8. They're currently trading at 988, which means my unrealized gain is, well, hang on, that's not right because it's trading at, oh, it's a wide spread. All right, so this must be the last trade. But I think I'm actually better off, but it's a $1.50 spread. That is a very large spread. Anyway, I have 8 of them. I'm up around 25%. So I'm very much hoping that coin keeps partying the way that it is. Very much. Very much so.
Order submitted.
Well, that's not right. Can you guys hear me? I'm getting weird feedback. I don't know if I quite figured out those other issues that I had. I think, okay, no, now it's working. Sorry about that. We had headphone mic issues. What happened? I heard, did it keep trading? It is still trading. Shit. 266. Oh, no, this is a whole new position, I think. Maybe? It is a new position and it top ticked it. Don't want to see that. Not the biggest fan of that at all. What's happening in the options market? Options are picking up from 940 and then there was a flow alert right at 945. So pop, 945 comes and now they're going flat. This is once again for the S&P 500. If you want to check out GME, GME options are now dipping. It will be very, very difficult for price to go up if options are still trending down. And what we're specifically seeing is there's been, on a relative basis, it's actually smaller, but a small amount of call selling. So there's a small amount of call buying, and then basically it's just being reverted. So the orange and the green line are calls. So calls being purchased, 945 hits, and now someone sold a chunk right here at 946.25, and then someone else sold another chunk at 947.50. So calls bought, then sold, and now we're pretty much back to just like where we started. Pretty much back to where we started. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Which way are we going today? Are we going for this downside gap fill? Remember, there's more announcements at 10 a.m., which is why I'm kind of hesitant myself to do anything with my options. So the 5-minute pop came right down to this 48 EMA. The 10-minute similar situation, the 30-minute similar situation, everything looking good in pre-market, taking a breather, but I would argue that the bulls are still winning. Even though we've been dropping in this very short time frame, the overall trend is clearly to the upside, and actually the Qs are looking even better. They're not even really coming that close. So tech sector looking pretty good. So if we had to guess where the weakness is, I would bet that it's energy, but let's find out. XLE. Energy is down by 0.3%. XLE is the energy sector for the S&P 500. Financials are, they're kind of break even. Utilities, XLU, they did drop, but now they're kind of flat. Industrials, they're kind of trending down, but still green on the day. XLV trending down. So healthcare, that's XLV. So healthcare is going down and energy is going down. Those are the two weak sectors. The stronger, and so basically there's two weak sectors, energy and healthcare, and then the others. Oh, whoa. What in the world is going on there? Hello? Brother? What just happened on that? Are we hardcore going for that downside gap fill? Just to better visually see it, remember there is a downside gap fill. We opened up above yesterday's high, thus there's a gap in the chart, and it looks like we are going for that 529.15. 529.15. Wow, about 35 more cents to go. I guess we're taking care of that relatively early today. Jesus. All right. Let's see how things go. The Qs are holding on. They're attempting to hold on. Energy's weak. Financials are weak. Healthcare is actually taking a hit. XLV, I don't know what's going on in the world of healthcare, but it is just diving today. And look at that. The Q's already come right back. You love to see it. You love to see it. Okay, I'm basically just trying to burn time. I'm trying to not make any stupid trades until past 10. That's when my day starts. Look at that. The Q's got hit and came right back. My positions were down a lot, and now it looks like I'm about to make my money. Go, 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 go. Come on. Come on. Come on. We got back to break even. We got back to break even. Now, what about profits? Here we go. Lock it in. Lock it in. There we go.
Order submitted.
All
Target
right.
filled.
Money. But other things just traded as well. 265. All right. So the trades that I was in locked in the profits. Then other accounts decided to trade on this as well. Come on. Let's just keep the party. Keep the party going. Let's see if we can ideally be out of this play before the announcement, because the announcement is definitely some risk, and I don't like that it traded so close to the announcement. I also don't like that it went long at the intraday high. That's a vibe. I also don't like that it didn't lock in the buffer. That's another vibe. So some money made, other trades made, but let's see how these ones end up playing out. Let's see how these ones end up playing out. Come on. 1, 2. So we have 4 live positions. There we go. Here we go. Hey, Macarena. Let's do it. Let's get our coffees to celebrate. Get your nice cup of piping hot Piper coffee. Piping hot Piper coffee. Rip it. Rip it, brother. Rip it, brother. Come on. Just a push. At least lock in the buffer. At least take some risk off the table. Lock in the buffer, and then let's see if the runner runs. Nope. Nope. Denied. Denied. Well, that's a bit upsetting. Healthcare is vomiting. Energy, vomiting. Financials, vomiting. The only thing looking good is tech. Utilities, flat. Industrials are also now going down. Jesus, either everything's down or flat except for tech. Tech is the only thing that's having somewhat of a decent day. GME flatlined at 28 right now. I need to monitor coin. Coin had a good push to 248, then also got smacked pretty much at its just opening value right now. And now the world's waiting. 6 minutes. 6 minutes, folks. Options did dump, then they came right back up for the SPY. If you want to know the options for GME, flat. Nothing's been going on since 947. Nothing going on. Come on, Qs, turn it around. Come on, Qs, turn it around. Dude, am I going to have to risk this 10 a.m. announcement? Please, I just want this to lock in. At least lock in one of them before the 10 a.m. announcement. It was right there. You see how close this was? So it went long, and then it was trying to get out at 59.75, and it went as high as 59.50. It was a tick away. It was as close to hitting the value as you could be without hitting the value, because these move in like quarter point increments, like 0.25, 0.5, 0.75. So it went from 0.5. The next one was to get the buffer, to lock in one and then let the other one run a little bit more. That's crazy. All right, this is it. This is the push. Good vibes. Good vibes only. GVO right here. Right here, folks. Let's lock in the buffer. Come on. Come on. No. Don't do this to me, Shirlene. No. 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 Come on. We're right there. You can't. It can't keep. No. No. It can't keep. No. Right? Right? No. Is that even allowed? Is that even legal? How many times? 1, 2, 3. Within a point on 3 different. Nah, right? Right. Right. What? Right. Right? That's not. No. That can't happen, right? Someone said Nvidia is Nvidia vomiting or something. Come on, bounce back. Just rip. Oh, I'm having negative premonitions about what's going to happen. I think what the market is setting up to do is to screw me over, and in fashion. I think the 10 a.m. announcement, the initial BS reaction might be to the downside, and then all my plays get stopped out, and then it quickly just reverts and rips. Oh, no. It's against the clock here. I have 2.5 minutes. Folks, my spidey senses are tingling right now. My spidey senses are freaking tingling. Uh-oh. I'm not having a good vibe about this one. Not having a good vibe. GME's picking up. Like I said, I'm interested in how it reacts. Dude, is this just going to be enough to screw me over? We're getting close. I really thought I was going to be in and out of this play before the announcement. We have some ISM PMI and ISM prices all both coming out at 10 a.m. So we have a minute and a half. Oh, at least GME's going up. GME's catching a bid. Currently up 7.6% on the day. Where's Bitcoin? Bitcoin 70,800. Come on, coin. I would love for coin to rip. All right. Okay. What's going on with GME in terms of options? All right. Options are picking up once again. Right here, the purple and the green line picking up. We got some aggressiveness. They ripped, they came down, they flattened out, ripping again. So we have some puts being closed and some calls being purchased on GME, all leading to some clear upside movement. Some clear upside movement. Come on. Come on. How much time do I have? 30 seconds. Your boy's against the clock. Oh, brother. Your boy is against the clock. Come on. Good people make money. If you're a good person, you make money. That's how this world works, right? The good people make money. Good people make good money. Am I a good person? Am I a good person? Announcement comes out in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. No. Come on. No, just a little pop. Don't come all the way down. Just pop it back up. 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 Come on. Rip it up. Rip it up. Oh, no. Come on. Go. Good people make money, right? Good people make good money. Go. Yes? Yes, no, maybe so's? What are we doing? What are we doing, brother? Go. Go. No, push it. Push it. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, just, you're right there. You're right there. Go. Go. Come on. Just a little more green. A little. No. A little more green. A little more green. A little more green. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Green. I'm seeing green. I'm seeing green. Push it just a little. I'm not even doing anything crazy. I'm just saying a little bit more. Come on. It's right there, dude. It's right there. we're clearly running into some form of resistance. Come on. Come on. No. Uh-oh. Don't let the bottom fall out. Don't let the bottom fall out. Don't let the bottom. There we go. There we go. Green. Green. Come on. Good people make money. Good people make good money. It's a rule of the universe. No.
Target filled.
One locked in. Come on. Get two. Get two. No. Go. It was right there. We locked in one. Lock in two. Let's end the day. Let's end the day green. Let's end the day green. Dude, it's right there. It's right there. What are you doing? You clown. You absolute clown of a market. It's right there. Come on. Swing it back. Swing it back. Come on. Be an adult about this. Be an adult about this. Go. Dude. Folks. My spidey senses. So if you make half money, does that mean you're a half good person? If you kind of make money, but then also how does that work? If you kind of make money, but then kind of lose it, are you half good? Is that? I don't know how to necessarily. Someone said GME gooning right now. Looks good. Cup handle. I'm interested in how it reacts to 32. Looks like we got that downside gap fill on that announcement on the SPY. I don't think we did on the Qs though. I don't think we did on the Qs though. All right, let's drop it to the 3-minute. Uh-oh. Yeah, we got the downside gap fill on the SPY, not on the Qs. The Qs would have to go all the way down to 455.58. Okay, this is still in? This still is doing its thing? Come on. Come on. Just do your thing, right? It's going to be bullish, right? It has to be bullish, right, team? Right? Anyone want to offer any words of encouragement that this is totally going to... Dude, and the options... I might be on the wrong side of this one, Tonto. GME options are... They just got hit, actually, at 10:03. This is for GME. This is for the SPY. The SPY is getting hit. Is it going to turn it around? Coin's not... Dude, only thing actually looking pretty decent is GME. Everything else is not going my way necessarily. Oh, is this coming back? It's coming back.
Order filled.
Apparently, we're trading other stuff now as well. Let's just hear. I just want to hear order filled, order filled, order filled. Come on. Come on. It's teasing me, right?
Order canceled.
Order canceled. On what? $250. Oh, this is the one that I've been working on. The new code right here. Yeah, we got some new stuff. It's been that code that I had issues with, and I'm just trying to see if I fixed it. So apparently, it worked that time. Unfortunately, the trade wasn't profitable, but it worked as expected. It was supposed to try to catch a swing to the upside, and then quickly got dumped on. So that one sucked. But maybe I'll get lucky. If this can push right here, it'll go long again. So that's all on this account, 250. I'm just running it on one because obviously I had issues in the past. But what I'm really concerned about is these 4 that are still live that have not hit their profit yet. Come on, just pop up here. Let's just go back to 18,860. Oh, man. What is happening? Uh-oh. 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 GME, new intraday high.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
Coins falling on me. What the fuck is happening? Oh, brother. Oh, brother.
Target filled.
So some money's being made. But then again, some money is also being lost, unfortunately. So that one just locked in its buffer. And it's about to lose.
Order filled.
I was going to say.
Target filled.
So I still did have that exact same issue. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the order management. I need to figure this out. I do know that it's getting chopped alive. It's supposed to be a really rudimentary, run-of-the-mill trend following system. Obviously not working to the degree that I would like it to at the moment. I'll figure it out. Coin getting smacked pretty hard, unfortunately for me, down from 248 all the way down to 242, which means I am scared to look at my call options. GME just hit a new intraday high.
Order filled.
The SPY is just getting nailed. And the reason it's getting nailed is energy, well, maybe bouncing a little bit. Financials are vomiting. Healthcare is vomiting. Industrials are vomiting. Financials. Utilities are flat, but look weak. It's just like a lot of the subsectors. The only one that's attempting to hold on today is the tech sector, XLK. And even that, it's waning a bit, but the SPY now double tapping its high from yesterday. So if you missed that on the first wick at that 10 a.m. announcement, you're being treated with a gift. The 5-minute breaking down on ES, we are below the cloud. The 10-minute potentially breaking down, but we have a minute till the bar actually closes. The 30-minute bouncing right off the 50 EMA. If you look at the NASDAQ, the 5-minute bounce, the 10-minute bounce, and the 30-minute. So tech is clearly strong on a relative basis. The Qs are up 0.7%, while the SPY's up 0.2%, and it's just because tech itself having a decent day, XLK, but energy, financials, utility, industrials,
Target
healthcare.
filled.
Jesus, what is happening right now? Am I about to get royally screwed here? How screwed am I about to get? Even tech is now starting to give up. Oh, brother. Oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother. Well, at least this play is working well for me. All right, here are the plays I need to monitor. Here are the plays I need to monitor. This doesn't
Order filled.
look right.
Order submitted.
You know, has the vibe of not looking like it's doing what it's supposed to do. Maybe that's just a me thing. Okay. What a wild day. What a wild, wild day. All right. This might be more evident to pay attention to. I'll try to make it as big as I can so you guys can actually see. So it looks like it's long right now, this trend following. Why did it get triggered long? Because it doesn't look like it's trending up. GME popping off. GME now up 11%. It's at 30. Like I said, the next technical level of interest to me would be 32. Past 32 is
Target
probably
filled.
38. Did that lock in? Okay, it locked in the buffer. Let's see if it caught a fish. So the whole point of this is with trend following, your accuracy is going to be in the realm of 30 to 40%. That's how often you're going to have like a winning trade. So most trades, you're not expecting to get money, but when you do win, you're expecting to win with size. That's a common trend following system. Roaring Kitty, exercising calls. Exercising calls wouldn't make a stock go up. Why do you, or maybe you're not commenting, but exercising calls doesn't push a stock up. I see that some people think that it does. Like I was seeing that on Twitter, and I'm a little bit confused on why people are thinking that, but I don't know. GME taken off. But to be very, very specifically clear with everyone, exercising calls does not have a bullish impact on the stock. Selling the calls can have a bearish impact. Come on. Let's reverse this. Let's reverse course. All right. Options maybe starting to come in here a little bit. Options have been bleeding all the way down to that downside gap fill. And now I'm wondering if we're going to come back up. Can we see GME options? Yeah, right here. Whoa. So very crazy. Rip, smacked, rip. GME is currently up 12%. I like how people are saying AMC is squeezing when it's literally just doing less of what GME is. Like, so obviously GME is the leader of this party, and all these AMC diehards are trying to make AMC seem like it's more important and more relevant than it is. All AMC is being traded as a basket. It's all based on GME's actual movement, hence why GME is up more. The AMC group, like, they're just trying so hard to make AMC relevant. All it is a giant piggyback. All it is a giant piggyback. Hater? How does that make me a hater by just literally saying facts? Sorry that, like, me factually pointing out what's going on, like, hurts your feelings. The trend following one just got out for roughly break even on that second one, but it is down 460 on the day. It's this highlighted one right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 positions still live. 4 positions still live. GME's going, like I said, 32. Calls are going nuts on GME right now. Going nuts on GME. Look at that, dude. Someone's pouring in for not only this Friday, but also some longer dated ones. Calls are being bought like no other. So what you're seeing is a gamma squeeze in the stock. Potentially a short squeeze as well. I don't know what the shorts are doing. AMC will keep diluting. Oh, of course. AMC will not go that high because of Adam Aron. And the company itself will continue to dilute. The same cannot be said about GME. We know AMC is in incredible debt. The same is not true with GME. So it would actually be stupid for AMC not to dilute, but unfortunately the fact that they, from a business perspective, have to dilute means that there's an upward ceiling, because as it goes up and up and up, they're just going to sell into it. So the company itself will be the selling pressure. With AMC, with any legitimate upward movement, that day or the next day, you can expect Adam Aron and the team to be like, oh, we're diluting again. GME was always a play. AA took full advantage of the situation. Well, he took advantage of stupid people. And when it became evident that he was not on the quote unquote ape side, they refused to believe it. So at first, I mean, myself, I even thought, I was like, oh, this dude's like on our side. He is like going to ride with us. He's on our team, blah, blah, blah. And then from his clear business actions, he clearly wasn't, but then yet so many people had drank the Kool-Aid and they were ever refusing to admit that maybe, just maybe, he was against us, and then it became evident. Can you explain what a gamma ramp or gamma squeeze is? Yeah, so basically when people buy a bunch of calls, the people who are selling them the calls are options market makers. When you sell a call, you have to hedge. They're net neutral. A lot of people think that market makers, whether stock or options, are directional players. They're not. They don't care where it goes. They are just playing the spread. So to protect themselves, when they sell calls, to be net neutral, you buy stock. So as people buy calls, they're selling them calls, but then to hedge those calls that they just sold, they buy stock. And as more calls are being bought, and as more calls go from out of the money to in the money, they need to hedge more and more and more. And the way they hedge is by buying stock. So it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy of People are buying calls because they're excited, so the price goes up. Then those calls go from out of the money to in the money, and as that's happening, as it goes up, it's kind of like your speedometer. They start to hedge more and more and more, pushing the stock up more and more and more, so then more calls go from out of the money to in the money, and that's what I mean when I say it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It just keeps going higher and higher and higher. Now, there's kind of interesting ways that it is like interacting with the rest of the market, because if you really think about it, as it goes up, that means shorts are in more pain. And if shorts are in more pain, for them to close out their position, they sold stock to create the position. Now they have to buy it back. So that's more buying pressure. So you have buying pressure from three major things. You have people who are just straight up excited. I mean, think about even in here alone, how many people just got jacked up that GME is moving again, so they bought more. So there's FOMO, there's within the options market, there's what's referred to as a gamma squeeze, and that has to do with the market makers. And then the third thing is just shorts covering. That's more buying pressure. So those are three distinct forms of buying pressure that play into each other. And as one starts to rip, it causes the other ones to rip, and it like just snowballs and snowballs and snowballs. You cannot tell on the chart what is happening. Like just buying is buying. Like that's what it is. Buying is buying. So it's always going to look the same. You don't know if it's buying from a short covering. You don't know if it's buying from a market maker, and you don't know if it's buying from a FOMO. Like buying is just buying. So like it's kind of tough to tell. And later you can kind of sift through the data and figure out a little bit of what went together. But at the end of the day, buying pressure is buying pressure, and selling pressure is selling pressure. Are you that mad because when AMC squeezed in 2021, you lost millions buying calls where you shouldn't have? Some remember. I made money on those calls. It was the other. It was holding the stock that like really screwed me. I'm curious if we're going to bounce off of this. I think we might. Is this the time for me to make my hedge play? 5 minute, the 30 minute. I could risk that. Do we think we're going to bounce from here? Dude, this one strategy just get eaten alive today. Eaten alive today. Just enough whipsaw to whip it into positions and out of positions, but not enough to actually lock anything in. I'm very curious. All right, I'm setting up some alerts for these breakouts and breakdowns. I'm getting destroyed on my coin play right now. I should have just taken profits yesterday. I just thought there's still a chance. Obviously, I have a lot of time. It doesn't expire till June 21st, so I have a considerable amount of time. But it's just a bummer that it didn't even touch 250. I think this is the beginning of a downtrend for the day. It's already been downtrending all day. I'm looking for the reversal, and I'm looking for the options market to tell me when to actually go bullish. Whoa, GME just got nailed. Whoa, someone just bought serious size on puts. Look at that. Right at 1019, someone got big size on puts, and then someone started to sell calls. Might be the same person. I don't know, but yeah, GME is the price going down? Yeah, look at that. Wow. It's right here. It's being driven by options. And you can see someone bought big sizes. These two blue lines, they actually bought puts for this Friday. That's nuts.
Target filled.
What are we doing? All right. I'm going to grow a pair of balls and make my scalp trade of the day. I'm going to grow a pair of balls and let this rip. All right, I'm in my scalp play. Bullish scalp play. I'm looking for the SPY basically just to revert. Dude, I'm still in this. Oh, the trend following is now long. It is down currently $600 on the day, the trend following system. But let's see if we could catch a good one here. Technically locked in It has a realized loss of 900, but the current trade is up 300. That's why it says 5 over here. But the trend following one is the highlighted one. All right, let's see. Come on. Break above this. Keep going. Here we go. Here's the party. This is what we were looking for. Even coins starting to come back. There we go. There we go, Tonto. All right. All right. Let's keep the party go. No reversals. Wait, why is it long 3? That's not right. Uh-oh. That can't be good. Why did it buy 3? All right. Looks like I'm going to have to intervene here because that's not right at all. It should never be trading 3 contracts. How much did I lose? It's down 900, locked in, but it's up 800. How do I want to play this? Something's up. It did flash 1,000. Wait a second. The ones that I was babying forever are about to be green again. It's going for 64. These are the ones that I've been in forever, and then it just kept like teasing me basically. Come on. No, just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. GME is going to have a tough time. How high did it get? I was thinking 32. Looks like it was smacked at 31. But it's going to need the options market to return to what it would like. It got hit hard in options right here. You could just see the options chain dumped. The SPY is picking up though, which I like. Come on, Qs. Come on, Qs. Piper just fired. Let me give, if you are in the Discord, I'm giving you guys Piper right now. What is today? It is, I believe, the 5th, right? Is it the 5th all day? 5th.
Target filled.
Nice. Those ones finally locked in. Finally locked in. Whoa, up 2K. Holy shit. All right, something's going wrong here. And it's still going. All right, you guys get to pick. Take the money now or let it rip. You guys get to pick. It's up 1.2K. It's actually more money than I wanted to make today because it makes my... Should I just let it rip and see what happens? It's up 2.5, 2.6. Take it. Take it, take it. Take it, bake it.
Order filled.
All right, you guys said take it right there. See, and this is the exact example of how trend following systems work. Paper cut, paper cut, paper cut. Then you finally get into a good one and it's a big winner. That is trend following. When it comes to the world of trading, there's a lot of different hierarchies. Like, yes, you have things like arbitrage, but the two main things are mean reversion, as in you move too much in one direction and you're looking for the reversal, kind of like a rubber band effect. And then the other thing is trend following. So you have mean reversion, you have trend following. Normally, mean reversion, you have smaller wins and a much higher accuracy, a much higher win rate. And then with trend following, you have a much smaller accuracy. Like you're only winning about like 30% of the time. But when you do win, you win with greater size. So I think this was actually a great real world example of how this shit goes. Right there, you saw it. It was down 200, down another 200, down another 200, down another 200. And then all of a sudden it had a 2K gain. That is trend following. You lose, and then you have a big winner. Once again, I mean, that was 1.4K on this account. I don't know what happened on this. All the other accounts are actually looking pretty good. Folks, if you want to trade with someone else's money and do what I'm doing, I do it all on Apex. Right now, they are running a crazy good deal of 90% off. To get an account, it will only cost you just below $17. It is dirt cheap to get going. And then you could trade their 50K instead of your 50K. The way it works is you take a test on a 50K account, costs $17. If you pass the test, then they fund an account, a PA account. And that's the one where if you trade well enough, you can actually get money out. The first $25,000 of profit per account is yours. I'm running 20 accounts. So for each account, I get the first 25K from each one. And then after that, you're in a 90-10 split with the company. So check it out, pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video. If you want the 90% off deal, just make sure you're using the code Goonie. That's how you get the 90% off. I'm using the 50K account. It's my favorite. But just so you know, right now, the 250K account is the exact same cost as the 50K account, just so everyone knows. Just wanted to share that with all of you. The queues are taking off. Coins coming back. All right, things are doing what they're supposed to be doing now. Things are doing what they're supposed to be doing. The other thing I need to check is my scout play, which is currently up $500. How greedy do I want to be on the scout play in the options market? How greedy? All right, let's see. What should I be doing? Okay, coin making a recovery. GME kind of flatline. The options on GME is now flat, so I wouldn't expect any major price movement until we see the options flow turn back on, either in a bullish or bearish direction. And then if you look at the SPY option, SPY ripped, now taking a breather, but I am fully expecting this to continue. Why is that? Well, the 5-minute just recaptured the flag. The 10-minute just recaptured the flag. The 30-minute never lost the flag. That's for ES, the S&P 500. On the NASDAQ, even stronger, the 5, the 10, the 30, bullish, bullish, bullish. Hang on one second. All right, I just needed to make sure my other degenerate trades aren't horrifically degenerate, and the good news is they aren't. So we're looking decent right now. We're looking decent. We're in control. Bullish, 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 bullish. Oh, complete, like a little bit of a side story. I just thought it was cool. I read it this morning and I wanted to share it with all of you. Apparently, we're getting a whole new exchange. BlackRock and Citadel back a Texas stock exchange in challenge to the New York Stock Exchange. So obviously, you have the New York Stock Exchange, you have the NASDAQ, you have IEX, you have ARCA, you have all these exchanges, and most of them are in either Chicago or in the New York area. Well, apparently, Texas is getting into the game now. BlackRock and Citadel and other investors are backing an upstart Texas stock market to challenge the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. The Texas Stock Exchange has raised $120 million and plans to file registration documents with the SEC. The Texas... Where were we? Entice companies seeking relief from increasing compliance costs at the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. While entirely electronic, Lee's Post said that the TXSE will be headquartered in Dallas, bolstering a metro area that has been gaining financial jobs from the likes of Goldman Sachs, Charles Schwab. The Texas Stock Exchange will focus on enabling U.S. and global companies to access U.S. equity capital markets and will provide a venue to trade and list public companies in the growing universe of exchange-traded products. The TXSE is aiming to handle its first trade in 2025 and host its first listing in 2026. So congrats to the likes of Texas for doing their things. Texas getting in the game. Texas. Oh, the queue's breaking out. Come on. Let's go a little bit higher. Let's push it. Let's push it higher. Push it higher. How far away? The all-time high on the queues is 460.58. We're currently at 459.18. So $1 and some change. I'll add an alert there just so we know if the tech sector is breaking out to a new all-time high. And then we have the SPY, also not that far away. Technically red from open, but it is making a decent recovery. Lagging behind because of the other sectors. Without a doubt. All right, I don't even need these alerts anymore. This is just ripping. I would love, why can't coin look like this? Why can't coin rip up to 250? GME is at 30. Like I said, I think there's going to be strong resistance at 32. Would love to see it overcome that. And then from there, I'd be watching 38. But I want to clarify, I have no GME position. My current positions relate to the SPY. I have some coin positions. Actually, I have a lot of SPY positions. And then I'm swinging also a coin position. NQ is breaking out. Without a doubt, it's breaking out. Ripping. It's just pushing. I wouldn't chase it here. Obviously, you want to get in around 1020 when it started to break out because then your risk was minimal and you caught a winner. The one that you guys told me to close it out, it would actually still be long. It would be up probably a whole nother grand right now. I got out manually at this point. It would have never, I don't think it would. I'll double check. Yeah, no, it would still be in right now, the trend following. The reason I took the money was just because the way Apex works, you don't want to ever get too much money in one day because they have a 30% rule. And even this is too much money. I kind of didn't want to get more than $800, but hey, c'est la vie. I guess having too much money is sometimes a good problem, you know? I'd be more pissed off if it went the other way. So I can't complain that much. Are there any questions on futures or Apex as we're watching to see if GME does break or what's going on with the SPY, any of that stuff? Are there any questions whatsoever on Apex futures, how it works, how it doesn't work? More than happy to attempt to answer. Let me take a quick screenshot and put my scalp trade in the Discord. That was today, right? Yeah, downloads. All right, I just put, if you're in the Discord, I just put my trade in. And I put my price target in there too. Okay, I really want to get into Apex. Do it. Right now it's 90% off. So this is in terms of risk, as in what you're spending, this is the cheapest time to get it. It's 90% off. It's $17. What did you find the best way to pass the test? To pass the test, I think, I mean, to be honest, like I just go full tilt one direction and hope I'm right. You can't do that with the PA account, but just to answer your question of how to pass the test, I just try to get lucky and go full tilt one direction and hope that I make the 3K. Can I pull up AMC? No. Are anyone going to play oil commodity when Trump gets elected? Is there an issue with Rhythmic? There is a notice on Apex's help desk. Blew out an evaluation account yesterday, but everything was reverted and have it back today. That happened to me as well. Actually, I did get, it just got filled. Just made 1K on options. My scalp trade locked in 1K. So folks, I'm pretty much done on the day besides managing my coin position. That's the only thing I have to do right now. My option scalp trade got locked in, made 1K there. Here are the results of all of my Apex stuff. Unfortunately, I lost one of my accounts, but all my other accounts are looking pretty good. I played it relatively, I guess, close or like conservative today because this is the last day of the payout period. So if everything goes according to plan, I should be able to request like 7 or 8 accounts, which is $14,000 to $16,000 today. So I didn't want to blow anything out because I want to request all that money. I can tell you. So I'm going to be able to request from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm going to be, I don't know if I'm going to get approved on all of them, but I should be able to request out 8 different accounts, which would be $16,000. Oh, you can't see it? My apologies. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should be able today after the market closes to request $2,000 from 8 separate accounts. So that's 16 grand. So that's why I played it. That's why some of these are like smaller, why some of them I went for $70 and other ones I went for 1.5. So the ones that I played it a little bit more conservatively is because I very much just didn't want to blow out the account because I'm trying to do the request today. Why wouldn't you get approved? There's various rules. You have to trade for 10 days. I don't know if I've traded for 10 days on each account. 10. It doesn't have to be consecutive, just 10 different days. So I need to double check that I traded on 10 days. one singular day cannot account for more than 30% of your total profit. So I need to make sure I didn't break that rule. Those are the two major rules. So I just need to make sure that I traded for 10 days on all the accounts. So it should be about 8, I think. So I'll let you know when it's approved, when it's denied. I'll make a video on it. I did make one in the past. So I did make a video explaining, view your channel, this account right here, videos, right here. $18,000 in 10 days, how I got paid $18,000 in 10 days. So I posted it 11 days ago. It's this video. That was the first video I made about Apex and my payout requests, and obviously 18K. That means I requested from 9 accounts. The max you could do is 20. I haven't ever done a max payout request, but on that one, so a lot of people, for whatever reason, they're like, this is a lie. You can't make that money. You can actually see people's legit payouts. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, right here, payouts, under resources, you just click on payouts and you could see like the people, like right here, June 5th. Holy shit. Ernstein? Dude, this guy in Nebraska, he just bought all of Nebraska. Look at all this money from the same guy. Ernstein, if you are watching right now, massive congrats. 1.2K, 1.2, 1.2, 1.2, blah, 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 1.2, 2, 2, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This guy got 20K in 10 of the accounts and then another 12K. This guy just got $32,000 today. 20 accounts, 10 at 2K, 10 at 1.2. This guy, I think you can buy Nebraska for $32,000. Holy shit. And literally paid out today. Someone in Singapore, Tan did pretty decently, 500 across the board. I like to see the big chunks like Corey. Corey, what are you doing? What's good? He just bought Montana. 3K, 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 3. How many did fucking Corey, man? Look at Corey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 21K plus another 6. So that's 27K. Brent, wait. Oh, that's a different Corey. This is Corey from Montana. This is Corey from California. But yeah, sometimes I like to just go on here and see the people making crazy money. Chris just crushing it in the United Kingdom. Weird in amounts. Chris, really strange amounts. I guess it's just what he could take out. Someone in Israel, hiding their name, doing very well though. Wild. Someone in Illinois, wow. How much money did this person make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many more? 10. 30K. That person just got $30,000 yesterday. So yes. And then this guy, Georgia, Washington. Some people crush it. Wow. Some people really, really crush it on this. So yeah, I want to let you know that is very much real. Yes, you can make a lot of money. Today, if everything goes right, I'll be requesting out for 8 accounts. So ideally, I'll be making 16K. Am I at the pinnacle of it? No, I literally just showed you people who are making 30K, 40K. People do much better than I do, but also people do worse than I do. So I'm trying to get better at it. If you guys have any thoughts or tips or whatever. But right now, in total, I've got paid out from Apex. If this all goes through, it's going to be about 80K. About 80K. How do you sign for it? It's pinned to the top of chat. And right now it's dirt cheap. It's 90% off. You could take these tests for the next week. It's 90% off. So it's $17 to take a test. Basically, you're just trading with someone else's money. Coin's moving in the right direction. Yeah. Do I have the balls to check my position now? I was a little nervous about it before. Here's my coin swing position. Okay. It's back to where it should be. It probably was red at one point, but I'm happy that it's making a recovery because I was going to be very, very angry about this. So on coin, just to share a little bit of my plan, my management plan. I'm looking for this breakout to hold today. Obviously, we recently had a high of 248.86. So to me, this is important. I want this range breakout to hold. It's very important to me that today we close above this high from Thursday, May 30th of 248.86. So I need that to close. Obviously, pretty close to 250. So that would just be a nice psychological win. And then from there, in my book, I'd be setting up for a test of 264.30. But I've been watching it ever since this trend line break. I like the consolidation. I like the strength yesterday. I got in midday yesterday. Got fortunate that we're continuing to push, but the game's not over. The game's gonna, I need this to break and hold, but it's a bit more of a swing play, hence why it doesn't expire till June 21st. I'm just giving myself some time. But I like what I'm seeing in coin. GME's going flat. Options are doing nothing in GME. With respect to the SPY, it was ripping, and now it's kind of stopping because some big size just came in. What just happened on the SPY? People started buying puts and selling calls ever since 10:35. So I wouldn't be surprised if the SPY stalls out or if the options restart, but something needs to happen. There's a reason we're stalling. Coins looking good. What else do we have? Obviously, you guys know Apex, pinned to the top of chat in the description. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Fucking 16K. 16K. Makes my 5K loss on Monday feel less painful. It does. It does make me feel a little bit better about that. How do you calculate your exit number? My exit number on what? On Apex? On my engagement? On what? What? Seems like Apex accounts aren't real money. Yeah, they're not going to let you take a test on real money. Of course it's a sim account. What? I don't... You thought they would let you take the test on their real money? Of course not. Of course... What? Done myth. Most people suck at trading, so of course the test is going to be on like a sim account. Because Apex is like leverage accounts. It's not like leverage accounts. It's futures trading. It's on futures accounts. PA accounts, not the eval. They go to real accounts in 3 months. It's all in the FAQ. Quick lesson on how to do access even after sign up. They email you a guide, a written guide, and also a video guide that you could just follow. Why didn't DFV post last night? I don't know. I've never talked to the dude. I wish I knew. But coming back to the PA accounts and the eval, it's once again because you're still in a PA period, but after 3 months, it goes to a real account. Take my profits on the coin position. Why would it? Wait, you guys think it's a good idea to take profits as it's literally breaking out? Matt, can you use Apex accounts to trade Bitcoin futures? Yes. So you can actually see everything they allow you to trade. It's all on the website. It's all in this. But if you scroll down, so you could trade all of the indexes, and then you're talking about crypto. Yeah. Micro Bitcoin, micro Ethereum. You could trade currency futures. So if you're a Forex trader, so the British pound, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, you could trade interest rate stuff. You could trade ag stuff. Lean hogs, lean cattle, feeder cattle, corn, wheat, soybeans, energy, oil, natural gas, New York Harbor. So yeah, you can trade all of this stuff. It's on the bottom of their website. Once again, all the info's in there. They have very extensive FAQs. If there's like a quick question, obviously I'm more than happy to try to answer it. Looks like we got to 250. See, this is my concern, is that coin gets rejected here. So this is what I'm closely watching on coin. Let me set up an alert just so I know if it breaks out. I know there's going to be some profit taking at 250. I'm aware of that. I just am hoping that we have enough oomph, enough perseverance to keep going higher. I guess I should set a breakdown alert as well, just in case it doesn't go my way. All right. I think you guys sent in some things to react to. Matt, what is your thoughts on the banking crisis? As 11 more banks were just put on the insolvency list, how will it affect the market? Well, it'll affect the banking sector. So if it's similar to what we saw about a year ago, if it's the regional banking sector, look at KRE. KRE is the ETF for the regional banking sector. So if you want to know how regional banks are doing, you check this out. Right now, obviously, they've been pretty weak ever since the end of May. This might start to break down. So this is what happened on the last time when all these small regional banks started to go. KRE vomited pretty freaking hard. So that's what I would be monitoring, Wesley. I would be watching very intently what's happening with KRE. Once again, this is an ETF, so a basket of stocks, and what's in this basket are all small to medium-sized regional banks. If this starts to break down below 45, there might be like legitimate issue, and then I'd be watching 37. All right, let me get out of that. Would love for coin to keep ripping. Maybe I could get lucky, but let's come back to what you guys sent in to react to. All right, what do we have here? What do we have? Should they be investigated? SEC's Gensler on crypto regulation.
You have to play by the rules of our capital markets. And one of those things is that when you trade, you don't trade on what's called inside information from a company that it's not made disclosed to everybody else. But the same rules apply to all of us to make sure
not
that
politicians
we do right by the law.
So we could conceivably investigate someone for inside information who's in Congress.
Well, historically that has happened.
When?
In the past.
Okay. Now,
when?
You have to.
When have politicians been investigated? Because there's a laundry list of people that should be talked to. Holy crap. This is one of them. Wild. NVIDIA stock has now risen 145% since Nancy Pelosi bought $5 million worth of call options. A leverage bet. We estimate that Pelosi has already made over $15 million on her portfolio so far this year. That is 85 times her annual congressional salary. How much longer are we going to put up with this? Are you kidding me? 85x her 200K plus salary. She's worth 250 mil, and her average career salary has been around 200K. That math ain't mathin', team. It's such bullshit. Breaking, the Massachusetts security regulator is probing the trading activities of Roaring Kitty. We have caught dozens of suspicious stock trades by politicians, and none of them have been investigated. Tuberville buying Huma, and he's on the Armed Services Committee. You have Tina Smith, who's now in like a German arms manufacturer. That's up 76%. Is that this one? AORT. I think she's in another one though too. Josh Gothamhire, another pharmaceutical play, and he knows nothing about pharmaceuticals, and he's up 77%. And then obviously Pelosi crushing it on NVIDIA. Disgusting. Biden, to protect America as a land that welcomes immigrants, we must first secure the border and secure it now. What?
I believe that immigration has always been the lifeblood of America. We're constantly renewed by an infusion of people and new talent. The Statue of Liberty is not some relic of American history. It stands for who we are as the United States. So I will never demonize immigrants. I'll never refer to immigrants as poisoning the blood of a country. And further, I'll never separate children from their families at the border. I will not ban people from this country because of their religious beliefs. I will not use the U.S. military to go into neighborhoods all across the country to pull millions of people out of their homes and away from their families to put detention camps while awaiting deportation, as my predecessor says he will do if he occupies his office again. On my very first day as president, I introduced a comprehensive immigration reform plan to fix our broken system, secure our border, provide pathways for citizenship for dreamers, and a lot more. And I'm still fighting to get that done. But we must face the simple truth. To protect America as a land that welcomes immigrants, we must first secure the border and secure it now. The simple truth is, there is a worldwide migrant crisis. And if the United States doesn't secure our border, there's no limit to the number of people who may try to come here, because there's no better place on the planet than the United States of America.
isn't he in the middle of fighting with Texas right now about this? Isn't he literally fighting with the state government of Texas, saying they have to like basically let everyone like? Does anyone on this planet actually think that Biden has handled the border, like is securing the border? Isn't that like his first or second worst polling is border related? Am I taking crazy pills? I don't think anyone thinks he's properly handling the border issue. And now he's saying he's going to secure it? What? So when Trump does it, he's racist, but when he does it, it's like what you're supposed to do? I'm confused. What was that?
Mr. Biden, I heard you like chicks with dicks.
What's that?
100% real. That happened.
Mr. Biden, I heard you like chicks with dicks.
This edit.
What's that?
We don't have the maturity for this show. We don't, collectively, we do not have the maturity to be on the internet. I'm going to say that about our group. And I say it with love, but very evidently we do not have we don't have the maturity to handle this one. Speaking, did you guys see the story of there was like a untouched Amazon tribe of people who they just gave Starlink internet to, and in like a couple weeks they got addicted to social media and porn? Did you guys see that? It was a crazy story. Starlink Amazon tribe. Right here. Remote Amazon tribe connects to Elon Musk's Starlink internet, becomes hooked on porn and social media. Happens to the best of them. That's so bad. They give them internet in the... What? Dude, humanity's so screwed. It's so screwed. The podcast. So bad. So bad. What is wrong with us? Like, dude, humans suck, man. We're fucked. Instantly caught up on 100 years of peak degen. Pretty much. You think they're the ones behind the GME rally? You think that's what's going on? Spies looking strong. Coin, come on, coin. I just want coin at 260. You know, is that too much to ask for? Coin at 260? I feel like coin at 260. Did someone, wait, what was this? That's savage. The internet. It's a fun, dangerous place. Boeing Starliner launches NASA astronauts to space. Yo.
Wing its burn for about
less than 20 seconds. Attitude increasing as expected. Coming up in less than 20 seconds, the solid rocket boosters will run out of fuel and burn out.
What? The Starliner spacecraft.
Good SRB.
Now that the fuel in the solid rocket boosters has been depleted, the Atlas main booster stage will be continuing its burn for about the next 3 minutes.
Good handle. Good handle.
That Call good handle from Capcom Joshua Kutryk indicating that the crew now has the ability to initiate an abort manually if needed. All looking good so far. Now 2 minutes into Starliner's flight and coming up on the solid rocket booster jettison at the 2 minute and 40-second mark.
Whoa. Wait, so there's people on this? Some weird feedback. Well, the market is also rocketing.
Gets old. We're now a couple minutes into this launch. Colonel, what stands out in your mind right now, and what should we be paying attention to in the early minutes of this?
Well, the good thing is the boosters, the solid rocket boosters performed. From my perspective, it looks like they performed wonderfully. They separated. Those are needed to get you away from the initial part of Earth's gravity. So now they're going for acceleration. So they have their main engine, which is actually a Russian-built engine that
Two
the United
astronauts.
States uses
What's the purpose of the trip?
That is a very reliable engine. I'm not really worried about it. It is receiving kerosene as its fuel.
What's
right
like their
now,
goal?
And oxidizer. Of course, there's no air up in space, so you have to carry your own oxygen to burn the engine. So the kerosene and oxidizer is burning that engine right now, and that will carry them to their main engine cutoff. But the thing is, they're going mostly horizontal right now. People
Goal
think
to
the rocket
find
goes straight
aliens
up to space, but
to
it
prove
actually
the
has to go
flat earthers
horizontal
wrong.
and go for
All
speed.
interesting.
So they're going for speed right
Am I
now.
buying
They've
the
got to get to orbit. And
Halo?
to do that, you've got to pitch down and go, pretty much level. The picture you're seeing
Getting
right now,
space
the Earth's
ice cream for
horizon is
Biden.
looking out the back of their
This is
spacecraft,
actually fake.
and they're accelerating
Space
away
station.
from that view. You can see the trail.
Yeah,
of the
we need a
engine burning,
chopper
in the background. Now,
to
eventually,
waste tax
their
money.
upper stage, which is called a Centaur upper stage, once the first stage burns out, the Centaur will light, and that will take them for the rest of their trajectory to orbit. And that should be happening. It's a little bit, the Centaur actually lights at about just before 5 minutes into the launch. And that might be what you're looking at right now. Let's see what they say.
It doesn't seem, Colonel, like we have.
Here in the ground.
Decal's open. You have sublimator rock. Decal sub-act. Decal. Great act.
Team on the ground reporting that they saw the ascent cover on top of Starliner that's been protecting the spacecraft's docking system.
Are things supposed to be dropping
they saw
off?
that jettison as planned.
You guys see that?
Staging was good. You have good control.
So you're going to see some
And now
things falling off
the second stage is 2 Centaur engines
spacecraft.
to continue pushing Starliner into space, fueled by liquid hydrogen.
in these
and liquid
videos.
oxygen.
That's normal.
The next milestone that we'll be watching for is the aeroskirt jet.
These cover.
The arrow skirt. I didn't know we had big galactic skirts. I didn't know the space had big pieces of clothing. Wait, you guys are saying you called in? Call in. You guys have call-ins. I only see one voicemail.
Hello, good morning, Matt. I just want to yell at you for a little bit. I'm on your Discord and I volunteered. I volunteered to DJ your wedding for free and you ignore me. What's wrong with you? Is it because my face looks like crap? I hate you. Bye.
What? What are these voicemails you folks leave me? What are you guys like? All right, like do I need to do a mental check of everyone? What the fuck? All right. Well, that happened. Feel free to call into the show. The number is 570-209-8435. If you want to call into the show, I'll play your voicemail. You can share your deepest, darkest secrets with the internet. The number is 570-209-8435. Call in with your deepest, darkest secrets. That's what we want to chit chat about today.
I think in just over 24 hours. So they're going to be playing catch up. They're going to be going faster than the space station at a lower altitude. So over the next several, up to 24 hours, they're going to be in the catch-up mode, getting their spacecraft spacecraft ready for the docking.
It really just is incredible when you just go back to what we're actually seeing is this is headed to a specific destination where it's got a dock. It's really cool. And thank you for describing this, what we're seeing on our screen here for us, because this capsule that they're in is just sort of that top part there. I've also never heard it described. It was a really good example to use a fast car because they're just sort of sitting there horizontal but going very fast. That was super descriptive and helpful.
Exactly. People often wonder why there's a launch window, and they actually launched.
Welcome back. If you missed the Northern Lights last month, there might be another opportunity to catch them this weekend. Forecasters with the Federal Space.
Hard pivot from NBC right there. Like, not the only rocket in the world today. I guess the SPY and the Qs are rocketing as well. So the Qs are real close to a new all-time high. The Qs are very, very close to a new all-time high. SPY also not that far away. We might be getting the old double bagger. We might be getting the old double new high today. So I just want everyone to be aware of the fact that, yes, the market is ripping like no other. Bitcoin dancing at 71, but I would love to see the breakout of 71,980. That would be great, great news for crypto, but also specifically my coin position, which I am looking for it. Ah, man, I just wanted to hit 264 like today, right now. Let's run it. Tesla. Actually, a little bit of weakness in Tesla. Meta's breaking out. That's another one that I think I might be doing a swing play on. Meta. All right, writing that down so I don't forget. Netflix. Dude, all these things are looking real good right now. Netflix. RUM is getting hit. Microsoft. I already wrote that down. Apple. Tagging its January high. Amazon looking a little bit weak. AMC literally doing nothing. I like how where are the AMC shills at? Like, this isn't doing shit. It's at $5, and if you do it for the stock adjusted, it's at 50 cents. How could you possibly be happy and stoked about this where it's done nothing? This is something. Here are the two things that people are like, oh no, they both can squeeze. You have one that looks like this. You see the clear difference here? The stock that when you do the adjustment, this is actually trading at 120. Remember, the all-time high is 500. AMC, on the other hand, is if you do the adjustment, it's trading at 50 cents and the all-time high is 72. Completely different. Oil getting hit. Gold doing nothing. Obviously, IBIT looking well. TLT yields are like vomiting right now because bonds are taking off. And Texas Roadhouse close to its all-time high as well. Come on, coin, you could do it. AMC show here, it's doing great. Oh yeah, you're down 99%. You're feeling good about it. You're like, dude, this stock, it's the best ever. Oh, but our guy, our CEO, he's selling chocolate now. But he's selling chocolate. He's so good. He's the best CEO ever. Look at that. He tweeted something about the apes. He loves us. He really cares about us. That's what you guys sound like. A fucking creepy old dude who literally thought he was talking to an underage girl. That's who you're standing up for. You're like, what? It's just $4 billion worth of debt. He's the best CEO ever. So silly. Like, it just shows that stupid people are born every day. They're born every day. Matt, do you have a wedding DJ yet? I do. You sound like the biggest hater. Do you mean I'm right? It's kind of funny when it comes to stocks, when you make a prediction and then you're right, you're then a hater. How does that work? I think what you literally mean to say is, oh, Matt, you're actually like right. There's a difference. I think it's some like weird form of, I guess, like you're almost bargaining with yourself. You're like, okay, I get I'm down a lot of money and I get Matt was right. So let me just call him a hater because it makes you feel slightly better. Whatever. You could call me a hater, but we both know you're just burning your fucking money. And I pray you don't have kids. The Qs are very, very close to hitting an all-time high. Like 25 cents away, 30 cents away. Coins flat, GME. I still want to see that test of 32. Stop hating, Matt. I like losing money. I mean, I guess that's fair. If you enjoy losing money, maybe I shouldn't be hating on that. If that's like your thing, like a financial kink.
Hello, Duck Boy. I'm just calling to say you're doing great, and that I'm great, and that America's great, and that everything's great. Biden's not so great, but you know what? You and your duck shirts, they're great.
It's always great when the former president, Donald J. Trump, calls into the show. Shout out, Don. Appreciate it.
Hey, Matt. Great show today. I've been trying to get into your Discord for a few days now. You're busy. I understand. Is there a different mod in there that I can email or somebody else that I can message? Also, when you sign up, do you also get tutorials on what things are and how they work, or just kind of like picks? Because the other day you mentioned that it's more like a kind of like a learning Discord, which is something I'm really interested in. Anyway, thanks, Matt. And for all of you bastard haters out there, you guys are horrible humans, and I hope... Yeah, I can't say anything negative. All right.
All right. So first of all, I will personally help you. It's always easy if I can personally help you. So yes, email me, media@matthewkors.com, or DM me here. Here's the easiest thing you could do. When you sign up for Locals, if you're trying to get into the Discord, first of all, Locals is where you start. Sign up for Locals. MattKors.locals.com. This is the community center where you can get the emails, the updates on the weekend, the Piper signal, all that stuff. And it's also how you get connected to the Discord. There's a giant Discord button right here that you'll be able to click. That's how you can get in. Or you could come to the second pin message, and there's also the direct link for the Discord. And also my information. You can email me, media@matthewkors.com. I'll help you there. Or you can DM me on Discord. So if you're having any issues getting connected, I will personally help you. Now, to answer your direct questions about Discord, right here. When you come in, you're going to have this welcome page. You're going to have to sync your Discord account and your Locals account. You do that by link Locals to Discord. You click on that. If it doesn't work for you for some reason, if you're not getting the verification email, you can try again. Maybe you have like a cookie problem, something like that. You can put it into like an incognito window. That might be able to help. Now for it, the first thing you should do is read everything in the Discord guide. It's everything going on here. It's a scammer warning. Obviously, this is my only account. If anyone's ever messaging you about copy training or any shit like that, that's not me. And then I have a definition and how to utilize everything. These are all the previous lectures. One of probably the most useful aspect of the Discord beyond the community is we commonly do private lectures, and I record every one. So it's just intro to options, intro to futures trading, systematic trading, credit spreads, debit spreads. So it's a mixture between option stuff, future stuff, and systematic trading. They're all pre-recorded, so you can watch it. I implore you to. And then some of the shorthand stuff like CCS, call credit spread, PCS, put credit spread. So it's the definitions of everything. So after you go through the welcome page, go to Discord guide because all of it's in here. And then obviously, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me directly. Once again, it's always media@matthewkors.com or just DM me. But if you're DMing me, make sure it's actually me because there's a lot of scammers on Discord. Make sure it's MMK147. Make sure there's no dots or dashes or extra letters or not enough letters or anything like that. So there's a lot of scammers. Please be careful of that. So once you go through the welcome page, make sure you read everything in Discord guide because it explains everything going on and how to best utilize it. But if your issue is getting connected, I will personally help you. But what you have to do is come to the welcome page. And once you're a supporter on Locals, you just come to this link here, click it, make sure you put in your right Locals email, make sure you're on the right Discord. And once you do it, you're going to get, you go through the verification process. It'll email you the verification. You just accept it, and then you'll have full access. If you're having any issues, obviously, I'm more than happy to help. Like I said, reach out to me, and I will personally help you. More than happy to. And all of this can be done on Locals. And there's a giant Discord button here. Or like I said, you could come to the second pin chat. But there's about 1,000 people, roughly. And it seems to be going pretty freaking well. The people are liking it. I mean, I give you guys the reports on everything. The weekend video on Sunday, we did a review. Like Piper's just crushing it. The signal, the scalp. I mean, I put my trades in there. Other people put their trades in there. There's the signal. There's the lectures. There's people trading every single day. Then there's people just chatting afterwards. So the scammers are paying for premium. No, what they do is they're joining the free page. They don't have access to everything. And then they're looking at the people who are in it and they're somehow stealing the list and then DMing it for there. They're not paying for premium. It's kind of a pain in the ass. 1K in Discord. There's not that many people on a daily basis, but there's about 1,000 supporters from like various levels. I mean, the locals page has been running for years now. So there's 1,000 of roughly, I think there's like 800 supporters over the years. And so they still all have, I grandfathered a lot of people in because remember, locals was a thing before I even started a Discord. So basically as a thank you to the early supporters, all of those people have been grandfathered in and have access. Now, do 1,000 people use it on a daily basis? No. I would say on a daily basis, there's about 100 people. That's roughly the size. Just make a refundable deposit. Those who get kicked out don't get their month refunded. I know people don't want to pay because like whenever it comes to financial services, rightfully so, people are kind of like, that you want to make sure that you're not being scammed. And that's exactly why if you go to the second link in the description of the video, that's why I give away the first month for free. The first month for free. So, oops, did I not copy the right thing? Hey, at least I came up there right here. So this is the second link in the description of the video. If you use the promo code Goonie, you can get into the Discord for free. So if you want access to my day trades, my swing trades, all those lectures, everyone else's trades, the lectures, the upcoming lectures, as well as the previous ones, you can get it all for free for the first month if you put in this code Goonie. It's the second link in the description, and my mods will drop it in chat. Like I said, sometimes there's a bit of a pain in the ass, like to get fully connected. I will personally help you with the connection. Can you get banned? Yeah, we've had to ban a lot of people. We ban all the scam accounts, and then there's just certain people who are assholes that we also ban them. Mid Margot Robbie. Yeah, we commonly discuss, is Margot Robbie mid? I take the argument that no, she's obviously not mid, but there are crazy people in the Discord who argue that she's mid. Good way to find scammers on Discord is to look under mutual servers. If they are not in the server, then it's likely not whom you think it is. Yeah, but people who are new to Discord don't know that they could check that. So all I could tell everyone is double check the name and also understand I am never reaching out to you about a copy trade opportunity or a crypto opportunity. Those are the current types of scams. Hey, copy trade. They always reach out to you and they're like, how's your trading been going? We're doing a new copy trading service. That's not me. I don't do any copy trading. It's bullshit. I don't do any of it. It's not me. And also generically, there's a lot of crypto scams. So please be careful. I am not ever going to reach about copy trading. I'm never going to reach out about crypto opportunity. Most of the time, I'm not DMing individual people because that's a lot of the times what these scams are. How's Miami life treating you? I don't know because I don't live in Miami. I live in New York. I kind of want to move though next year. Where should I move to? Where do you think is the best place in the U.S. to live? I'm very, because I kind of want to move out of here because I'm paying too much. I kind of want to either move to Florida, Texas, or like San Diego. San Diego, I hear, is beautiful and awesome, but California, still expensive. But then you're on the beach. So I don't know. Probably not move. Fucking Minnesota? You think I'm going to move to Minnesota? What do I look like? A person who's already quit on life? Minnesota? Norfolk, Virginia. I actually lived very near there once. I kind of like Middle Virginia. I feel like I would go to Virginia when I have like a family and kids and stuff, like ready to settle down. Ready to set it down. Utah. Have you tried Hawaii? No, but I will be for my honeymoon. Live in AZ and visit San Diego? Is that the real way to do it? San Diego, you need that poop app? What? I've lived in Charleston, Las Vegas. I would never move to Las Vegas. I am a 1 weekend at a time person for Vegas. 1 weekend is what I want. I don't want to live there. I love the weekend trips. Would not live there. Live with your parents. That wouldn't go over well. We'd butt heads too much. And also their internet's not good enough to stream, so that's problematic. Folks, we are way past the time, but the market's ripping. Money has been made, and I hope you got a piece of it. Obviously, shout out to pdsdebt.com. Go to pdsdebt.com/cores. It's a free assessment, and it's only 30 seconds of your life, and they will be able to help you with a customized option for low monthly payment to save you fees, interest, and time. So check it out if you are a person who is currently battling debt. And then obviously Apex, they're running that crazy 90% off deal. You guys saw all the trades and the money that I made today, and I will make a video when I find out the results. So like I need to request to take out 2K from I think about 8 accounts, and I will let you guys know how that does or doesn't go. I will let you know as soon as I get the results. But today, for this payment period, this is the last day to request. So I'll be doing it this evening. And in a week or two, I'll let you know how it all goes when I find out myself. But fingers crossed, I'll be approved for $16,000 today. And other than that, I'm swinging some coin plays. I'm swinging other plays that the Discord knows about. Sign up for the Discord. Have a beautiful Wednesday. I hope you make a fuck ton of money. And I love you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate the vibes. I knew it was going to be a good Wednesday. It is a good Wednesday. So thank you so much. I hope you guys crush it. And we'll post content later on today. And then we're streaming once again tomorrow morning. So I hope to catch you there. Peace out, Girl Scout.